baseball here on the show. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the 51s and the 51s. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Eduardo Rodriguez will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
So now into the box is De La Cruz, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. Fellas, you take a look at the home side here as they take the field this afternoon. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty B. Hey, D-Roll, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Roll, getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
The 1-1 home to short. Fielded cleanly. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. What's going to be the key for him today, Mark?
Well, Matty, the one thing that jumps off the page at me is the fact that this team leads the league in doubles, putting themselves in scoring position time and time again. Instead of having to get a few knocks, 1 base hit gets you right back in the ball game. This offense creates a lot of opportunities.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Woody Keller, this is my nightmare. He likes to call a pitch above the zone, above the belt. I know guys say those are the pitches that go deep, but I'm telling you, if you're calling that high strike, it opens up a lot of room for the pitcher.
I agree with you, D-Roll. That's a tough pitch to get on top of and to put it in play. So if you're a pitcher right now, try to elevate in that top part of that strike zone.
Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
Hicks gets there for the catch, and that ends the inning. Adonis Medina, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
So now into the box is Vladimir Guerrero. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Vladimir Guerrero.
Here it comes. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. Dan, Dero, as we take a look at our visiting club as they take the field in this scoreless ball game. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I think if you would have asked the manager of this team, first 5 games of this road trip, you're going to go 4-1. He would have signed that in blood. So let the guys continue to play the way they've been playing. Everything is going nice right now. Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
And that's out number 1.
Batting second.
A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Medina has a reputation, or a knack if you will, for working himself out of tough situations when he finds himself there. A lot of relief pitchers are known for that, obviously, but as a starter, that's certainly a valuable characteristic to have.
Matty V, and I'm going to tell you who likes this. The bullpen likes it, and the manager likes this, because most pitchers are going to get into trouble at least 1 or 2 times during the course of a start, and it's nice to know as a manager that you have a guy that's out there that can pitch with men on base and wiggle out of some tough jams. This guy's made a living doing this in his career. Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
3-2 pitch is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
To the plate now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He enters play with 14 home runs to his credit this year. Goodness, 0-2 now.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
The 1-2 is a breaking ball that can't find the zone, and it's even at 2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
A little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
That brings up Wander Franco. And with numbers like those, he's putting himself in contention for some Rookie of the Year hardware if he can keep it up. First pitch on its way. Now the 0-1. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
Hey, this guy's nasty on the mound, and to check swing and not chase that one puts himself right back in the count.
The 1-1 home. Misses. Ball 2.
2-1.
Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound's got his A-game fastball working today.
Hit in the air to center field. Aquino will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. New inning set to get underway, and digging in is the rookie designated hitter, Ronnie Mauricio. On the ground to third, there is Franco. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
The left fielder.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively. And let's take a look at outfielder Aaron Hicks. Hey, some guys figure it out at 21, some guys figure it out at 30, some guys never figure it out. Aaron Hicks is one of those guys who has come into his own. He's dynamic on both sides of the plate from an offensive standpoint and has an absolute cannon in the outfield to go along with great range.
Grounded to short. Throw on to first, and very quickly 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, O'Neill Cruz.
Now at the plate, O'Neill Cruz. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And, I'm not sure you can get fooled worse than that. It's 0-1.
And you know, the heavy stuff has finally arrived. This has got to be the hardest rain we've seen all afternoon.
1-1 the count now. Now the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Here comes the 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. Throw in time, and the side is retired. And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series.
The designated hitter.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
1 ball.
Reyes, a former member of the Cleveland Indians. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Here's Starlin Castro. Swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 3 homers and 16 RBIs. Another one sent foul. Now a swing and a miss as Castro was retired here for the first out.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Got a swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Hard liner to center field, and that'll get down for a base hit.
A lot of traffic hitting the base pass first and second with 1 out. I know you're looking for a double play ball, Dan.
No question about it. I think one of the things you like to do on a pitcher is try to jump on him early before he gets settled in. So far, so good. First and second looks like a big inning could be brewing.
Cruz ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. First offering. Kevin Plawecki is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. So stepping in is Aristides Aquino. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
Tristan Casas comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Ramon Hernandez steps into the on-deck circle now, looking to start something here with one gone in the inning. Here's a 1-0 cutter that's low, 2-0.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Third inning, no score to this point. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Hicks is under it. Makes the play, and there are two gone now.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 55, Riley Adams.
Next, here is number 55, and the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. A bouncer up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
In now, De La Cruz, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
1 ball,
0 for 1 here in the early going. 2 balls and no strikes.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left.
When the guy on the mound has complete command of his off speed, especially his changeup, sometimes as a hitter you just have to give up pull side to stay on it.
3-1.
3-1.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Started to go around, but it's a called third strike anyway, and that will retire this. The rain coming down as it is, we are in for a long delay. The hope is now that they can get this one in at some point.
Now this is where it becomes tricky for the managers right now. You have your pitchers out there, and you have to be careful not to hurt anybody. So I think the guys that are sitting in the bullpen are on red alert as the delay has begun. And I'm sure both of the managers have a pretty good idea of who's going to be the pitcher to go in after this delay.
And welcome back inside the ballpark as the weather has finally cleared up. Albert Abreu takes the mound now as the new pitcher following the rain delay that lasted an eternity, so it seemed, and it appears we're just about set to resume. 0-1 the count. Here it comes. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Jason Dominguez stands in.